Introducing the Egyptian Theater News Team, live from downtown DeKalb with Aaron Cronin, Brandon Pugh, Alex Nerad, Janine Holcomb, Nora Reeves, Cody Williams, Peter Lindsay, Alejandro Tracani. The Egyptian Theater News Team coming to you live on Facebook at the top of the hour, every hour on May 5th for Give DeKalb County. Get ready for lights, camera, donate.
Hello everyone and welcome back. It is the top of the hour at 1 o'clock and we are going right to the leaderboard. Let's see where we are at. We have raised $5,780 of our $25,000 goal with 61 donors. A really exciting number, guys. We are over the halfway mark. We have less than 12 hours left on this 24-hour day of giving on Give DeKalb County. And again, you can support your Egyptian theater today by going to lightscameradonate.org. It's going to take you right here to that page so you can donate to your Egyptian theater and help us get some of that bonus pool money. So let's see who's donated over the course of the past hour. We want to give a big thank you to Kevin and Marcy Buick, Julianne O'Connell, Suzanne Willis, and Tony and Donna Schultz-Exedis. Keep those rolling in. Again, we will be seeing over the course of the next hour the final mail-in donations released. So anything that has gotten into the DCCF by today, they are going to be reporting. So watch for that at the next hour. But we have our first on-the-road guest, guys. So we're going to be sending it out of the Egyptian Theater for the first time today. We have exciting special guest Joe Flynn with Alex at the Center for Black Studies at NIU. So without further ado, let's send it to Alex down on campus.
Thanks, Janine. I'm here live on the NIU campus with Joe Flynn here at the Center for Black Studies. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So if you can introduce yourself real quick, what you do here at NIU.
I'm Dr. Joseph Flynn. I'm the Associate Director for Academic Affairs for the Center for Black Studies, as well as Associate Professor of Curriculum and Instruction.
So can you tell me a little bit about, we've had a couple of collaborations between you and the Egyptian Theater and the campus community. Can you talk a little bit about some of the activities we've done together?
Well, the first one that pops out in my mind is I gave the opening remarks for the screening of Gone with the Wind. And in those remarks, I situated Gone with the Wind historically, socially, and culturally, and talked about how the representations of the film kind of presented a very watered down idea of what slavery and plantation life was like. And so I did not do that to take away from the film at all, but I actually think the film is better when you understand the backstory, when you understand the breadth of the social and cultural impact of the film. And unfortunately, Gone with the Wind did have the result of perpetuating particular stereotypes and misrepresentations of plantation life in the Civil War period. But it was a wonderful thing to be invited to clarify some of those ideas and speak about the importance of the film and understanding representations. We also recently, during the month of February, ran 2 films at the Egyptian Theater in collaboration with the Egyptian Theater, and that included The Wiz, which is a remake or retelling of The Wizard of Oz, and inspired by a musical on the same name, as well as the documentary Good Hair by Chris Rock. Ironically.
Little did we know how timely that was going to be.
Yeah, sorry, Chris.
Yeah.
But it was both were really wonderful events because we opened the event with some opening remarks, screened both films, and then after each film we had a wonderful and spirited panel discussions about a broad range of issues related to Black culture and the representation of African Americans in film. And so the relationship that we have with the Egyptian is a wonderful relationship that we intend to continue to grow. We are already in plans for some screenings for the fall, so stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah. Not only is it exciting to be able to do films like Gone with the Wind and put those into context, and there are so many great films through the decades that people might not know of backstories or anything. And I think that's one of the unique things that we're able to do at the Egyptian is you're not just coming in, watching a movie and then going home. We're providing that opportunity to contextualize it, and with the films we did in February, have a meaningful discussion afterwards. And I know I continue to say how impactful it is to me personally to watch those conversations after these films or documentaries, and to see people from high school to college age all the way to retirees come together in one location and have a conversation that might not take place anywhere else. And to me, that's always really powerful to see how a film can bring all these different entities together and kind of spawn this conversation. Can you talk a little bit about how that's important to have something in a community where people can come together to share ideas and have a conversation, and what the Egyptian Theater provides not only for the students but for the community for conversations like this?
These conversations are crucial in the growth and health of any thriving community and for individuals within the community. To have the opportunity to take a specific text, to use that language, and be with a group of people, examine that text, and think more deeply, or to use this language, critically, about that film, what the messages that are obvious in the film, as well as the messages that are not so obvious in the film. To think about the ways in which people are represented, and to share those stories of each other's realities. And I think that through that dialogue, through that sharing, through the exposure to the arts in general, but in this case film, is crucial in helping us understand one another and doing the work of building community. Building community doesn't just happen in a vacuum. You have to engage with people. And to take these cultural artifacts that we oftentimes just put on a pedestal or continue to put on a pedestal without really understanding why these texts or titles are put on a pedestal. I mean, you take a film like Gone with the Wind, it was arguably one of the best films ever made, in terms of its production, in terms of the performances, the script, the direction. It's an example of a film that's firing on all cylinders at all times. But at the same time, there are particular representations that emerge through the film that are problematic, that need to be challenged and questioned. And I think that, again, it's not to say that you shouldn't enjoy this film or you should cancel this film, but you should think about this film with a little bit more complexity, because a film is one of the most complex art forms that we have today. It takes hundreds, in some cases thousands of people to create a film, all under the direction of oftentimes one person, right? And the stories that are told are reflections of not only our past, but also our daily lives. And I think, when we divorce ourselves or distance ourselves from enjoying film while also critically reflecting on film, we're doing ourselves a disservice.
Yeah, and a film captures our society at that moment that it was made, and so I think it's an opportunity for us to learn from where that came from. And yeah, I agree. It's too easy nowadays to just cancel a film. You should never show a film again. And I think we can learn from it and still enjoy it we know a little bit more about it. So we've really enjoyed our partnership with the university, with you specifically, the Center for Black Studies. We're really excited to be able to do more and more programming with all sorts of different departments here on campus to bring students into our community, for them to be able to really see that the community is involved and interested in some of the same things as them. I know the films we did in February, it was really cool to hear the students just in awe walking into the theater, but then to see community members there as well, and kind of a different experience than they might have on campus here. What's the type of feedback you've heard from students coming to those events at the Egyptian Theater?
Oh, they love it. And one of the reasons why I wanted to start a relationship with the Egyptian is because I grew up going to classic theaters. I mean, when the Cinemaplex arises in the late 1970s, early 1980s, and kind of pushes the old theater out of the picture. No pun intended. I thought that was a really bad thing. There's the opulence of a theater and the comfort of a theater, and the old theater houses had character. There was something unique and special about each and every one. And so to come in today, especially after spending 17, 18, 19 years of your life going to cinemaplexes, and to come into an old classic, beautifully restored theater is a part of Americana that shouldn't be missed by anybody. It's a really wonderful experience. And for the record, the popcorn is far better at the Egyptian Theater than at any cinema. So yeah,
we like to say we have the best popcorn in town, but
you do. I mean, you've heard objectively speaking, you do. It's so good. But I think that having those experiences for our students is a wonderful thing, and they do really enjoy being in that kind of environment and engaging in a film that way.
Now, on this Giving Day, we're asking the community and all of members out there to donate and support the Egyptian Theater, whether it's $5 or $5,000. Every dollar that goes to the theater is going to make a huge impact and allow us to continue doing this great programming with NIU and all these other nonprofits throughout the community. What would be your pitch to those out watching us right now of why they should support the Egyptian Theater today, other than our great popcorn?
Well, other than the popcorn, if you're really going to pin me down, I think it's important to give and participate in the arts because it's the way that we have of communicating with each other, and again, building that sense of community and understanding those folks over there, you know what I mean? And these public works need support, and I think that of all the things in the community that we can support, supporting the arts is key, because the arts is a reflection of who we are.
Indeed, couldn't say it any better myself. So we really appreciate your time today, and we look forward to more programming down the road. And as the semester wraps up here, good luck with everything here, heading into finals next week. So I'm going to send it back to Janine, back in the studio, back at the theater.
Thank you so much, Alex. That was our first on-the-road interview and a really great one. We've been so excited to partner with the Center for Black Studies on the Black Heritage Films History Month just this past February, and look forward to that growing relationship. So thank you, Joe, for sitting down with us. And we have a huge update since I just talked to you guys like 6 minutes ago. We are currently at $9,430, a huge jump just from these mail-in donations. So we won't thank them this hour. It's my turn to get on the road and head out for the next interview, which will be at 2 o'clock. But a tremendous jump. We are at 38% and up to 66 donors. So thank you so much. We are loving to seeing these donations roll in, especially the mail-in donations. And again, if you want to donate online today until midnight tonight, make sure you go to lightscameradonate.org. It'll take you right to the Egyptian Theater's page, and you can make that donation and make that dollar go farther with the bonus pool today. Oh yes, thank you to my news team for reminding me the board boost. So we are closing in. We are getting to the $11,000 away. Once we hit $20,000, that will unlock a $3,500 boost from our board of directors, a very generous group of individuals that volunteer their time with us. So get us to that 20 grand, and that'll get us almost to that $25,000 goal. So thank you to our board of directors for your incredible generosity and that little carrot for you guys to chase while you're donating here today on Give DeKalb County. So it's my turn to get on the road, get into the Egyptian Theater news team van, and we will see you guys at the next hour for the 2 o'clock update.